Hi, Smith here. I wanted to just go over the use of aliases within a test script. So I've created a test previously where we just perform a search and then we just validate some of these search results. And you can see each time we interact with some of these elements, we're using the locators each time. Some of these could be joined to be a single line. And some of this could also be moved into the custom commands, but I find doing it line by line just helps people pick up and get used to the syntax and the different assertions that you can do. But with that in mind, if we go to our next test, you can see here I've got some of the locators, but I've also used this as alias. And what that means is we could refer to search query anywhere within our test, and we should be able to interact with the ID element search query. If this for some reason did change, we would just need to change it here. It would be a similar approach if you did this in the custom commands, where you would have the element referenced once and you would just update it in there as well. But doing it this way keeps the commands within the test file and within that one test, especially if this is only a one-off thing and you don't want to create unnecessary shared commands. So we've got our get requests, which refer to these aliases, and I'm just going to go through and create further aliases for these few elements. I've talked about this previously in a different video. But one thing I like about IntelliJ is the ability to have multiple cursors. So I've got these lines all selected, and I'm just going to go to the end of the lines, there we are, and copy those elements, and I'll paste them here. And again, using the shortcuts that I've created, I can select these lines and then I can use my shortcut and alias. So that's put in the alias syntax for me. I can get rid of that because that's a duplicate, and then I can go through and create aliases for these. So we've got grid title, grid title content, grid list title, and the last one being the search result cards. So once they're done, I can select these and just replace them. So this grid title will be grid title, so I'll copy that, I'll replace. There we are. So the grid title content, we'll use that alias. And we've got grid list title content. And the MAC card is the remaining one. There we go. So if I run that now, there we go. You'll see that the test has passed. One thing to bear in mind is I've separated this a little bit to the search results page objects, because if I take that out and move it to the top of the test and then run, you'll notice here that it's failing, and it's failing because we've not actually interacted with the application to get this element in view. So it's trying to find it and it can't. So with this in mind, you need to be able to structure your aliases in a way where the test can see these elements So that's why I've just separated them into the relevant areas within the test. But it does mean if this did change for whatever reason, you would just change it in the one place, and then these remaining steps will all continue to pass. So that's my quick video for today. Thank you very much.